Hello, my name is Erica, and I am so happy that you're here with me tonight. Let's enjoy a cozy evening with a relaxing sleep story. Tonight, you follow a narrow woodland path toward a bookshop hidden among tall pines, and the rain that filled the afternoon has only just stopped. The forest feels freshly washed. Water rests along the edges of burned leaves, gathers in the hollows of old roots, and shines on the smooth stones beside the path. The air is cool and full of scents, with wet bark, pine needles, dark soil, and soft moss rising together as you walk. Every breath feels clean, and now and then a drop falls from a branch above, landing on a leaf with a light tap before slipping to the ground. The path curves around a stand of cedar trees, and the bookshop appears between them, small and warm against the gray evening. Its windows glow beneath a steep roof, and a wooden sign swings slightly above the porch. Flower boxes sit on their front windows, filled with ivy and tiny white blooms, their leaves shining after the rain. You cross the last few steps, place one hand on the smooth porch rail, and pause beneath the roof while the scent of wet cedar mixes with the rich smell drifting from inside. When you open the door, a bell gives a clear sound. Warm air meets you at once, carrying old paper, polished wood, leather covers, and something sweet with cocoa and vanilla. The owner stands near the front desk and offers you a mug of hot chocolate before you begin to browse. You accept it with both hands. The cup is thick and warm, and the surface of the drink holds a layer of foam with a little cocoa dust across the top. You take a careful sip. Chocolate is smooth, not too sweet, with a mild hint of cinnamon that stays for a moment after you swallow. A faint scent of cream rises with the steam. You carry the mug toward the first row of shelves, where books stand in close lines from the floor almost to the ceiling. The wood has been rubbed smooth over many years, and the brass labels beneath each shelf catch the light when you pass. The shop doesn't open into one wide room. Instead, it unfolds through a series of small spaces joined by arched doorways and short halls. The first room holds novels with cloth, covers in deep greens, soft blues, faded red and brown. Some titles are stamped in gold, while others have nearly worn away. You trail one finger along the spines and notice how different they feel. One smooth, one rough, another cracked gently at the edge from years of being held. Near the window, a low table is surrounded by two chairs and a long bench with a wool cushion. A stack of returned books waits there, each one marked with a paper slip. You sit for a moment, rest the mug on a small round mat, and choose the book on top. Its cover shows a cottage beside a river, and when you open it, the pages release a dry, soft smell of paper kept safe for many seasons. Inside the front cover, someone has left a pressed fern. Its color has faded to pale green, and the narrow leaves lie flat against the page. You look at it without moving it, then close the book carefully so it can remain where it has been placed. Through the window beside you, the forest stands dark and still beneath the clouds, each branch holding tiny drops of water. You find an alcove beneath the staircase, almost hidden by a curtain of ivy painted along the wall. Inside is a deep chair, a footstool, and a lamp with a cloth shade. The chair has a soft blanket folded over one arm. You sit down, place the mug on a side table, and open a small book of woodland sketches. Pages show acorns, mushrooms, nests, tree bark, and the shapes of leaves, each drawn with patient care. Beyond the alcove, a curved staircase leads to an upper gallery. The steps are narrow but easy to climb, and the rail feels smooth between your palm. From halfway up, you can see the front room below, the warm windows, the dark rows of books, and the owner moving quietly near the desk, placing a few receipts into a drawer and straightening a line of bookmarks. The gallery circles the room and leads to a quieter corner beneath the roof. Shelves follow the sloping walls, filled with poetry, journals, old letters, and small books with ribbon markers. A window seat stretches beneath a broad pane of glass. You lower yourself onto the cushion and set the mug beside you, then watch the forest for a while. It starts with a light touch against the glass. One drop, then another, followed by a soft pattern spreading across the window. The trees beyond grow hazy as the rain fills the space between them. Water runs down the trunks in thin lines and gathers on the broad leaves near the ground. The path you followed begins to shine once more, and the roof above you carries the rain in a low, steady murmur. Inside, the bookshop feels warmer. Glass begins to mist near the corners, and the lamps reflect softly in the window. You pick up a book of letters and open it to a page marked with a faded blue ribbon. The handwriting is neat and rounded, though you do not read every word. It is enough to see the careful lines, the date written at the top, and the small pressed flower tucked beside the final page. The rain continues against the roof while you move along the gallery. A small room at the back is filled with picture books and old story collections. Low shelves line the walls, and a painted moon hangs above a reading corner with two round cushions. Wooden animals rest along the top shelf, each carved simply: a fox, a deer, a rabbit, and a bear. Their surfaces are smooth from years of being touched by small hands. You open one of the picture books and find rich colors across every page. A village appears beneath the snow, then a bakery at night, then a riverboat moving beneath a bridge. The pictures are gentle and full of tiny details: light in windows, smoke above roofs, birds tucked into branches. You turn the pages slowly and let each scene remain for a little while before moving to the next. You sit at the desk and look out through the glass. Rain moves in silver lines through the pines. A narrow creek beyond the shop has grown fuller since the afternoon, and the water curves around moss-covered rocks before disappearing beneath a small bridge. A lantern glows near the bridge, making the wet board shine. By the time you return to the front room, the owner has begun closing for the night. Nothing feels rushed. One lamp is lowered, then another. The front curtains are drawn halfway across the windows, leaving a narrow view of the rain beyond the glass. You return your empty mug to the counter, where the scent of cocoa still lingers inside, and the owner wraps the bound bookmark in a small sheet of paper for you to take. You slip it into your coat pocket, with your coat on, and stand beneath the porch roof with your umbrella still closed. The rain has eased to a fine, steady fall. The forest smells even deeper now, with wet earth, cedar, pine, and the cool scent of the creek rising through the trees. Lamps along the path guide the way toward the trolley stop, each one shining in a small pool of water. The trolley shelter stands near the edge of the woods, with a wooden bench beneath a sloped roof. You sit and listen to the rain for a few minutes. For along the track, a soft bell sounds, followed by the low roll of wheels. The trolley appears between the trees with light glowing through its windows, then slows beside the platform. You step aboard, close your umbrella, and choose a seat near the window. The wooden seat is smooth, and the brass rail beside it is cool beneath your hands. Only a few passengers are riding toward town. One holds a paper parcel on their lap. Another rests near the back with a hat tipped low. The trolley moves through the rain at an easy pace. Water trails across the glass, bending the view of cottages, stone walls, and garden gates into soft shapes. A small bridge carries you over the creek, where lantern light trembles on the water. Farther on, the forest begins to thin, and the first houses of town appear beneath sloping roofs. You pass a bakery with dark windows, a flower shop with buckets tucked under its awning, and a clockmaker's shop with one small lamp left on in the back room. The trolley turns into the town square, where rain shines across the stones and trees stand around a quiet fountain. Beyond the square, the inn waits with light behind its curtains. You step down beneath the covered stop and cross a short distance to the inn. Inside, the hall smells of clean linen, polished wood, and a faint trace of apples from a bowl on the front table. Your room key is waiting, and you carry it upstairs, one hand resting on the smooth rail as the sounds of the rain become softer below. Your room is warm when you open the door. You hang your coat, set your umbrella in the stand, and place a wrapped bookmark beside the bed. After washing your hands, you change into something comfortable and fold your clothes across the back of a chair. The soap smells clean and light, and the sheets carry a fresh cotton scent. You draw the curtains until only a narrow space remains. Through it, the town roofs shine beneath the rain, and the last trolley moves across the square before turning out of sight. You open your book, place a new bookmark between the pages, and set it on the bedside table for tomorrow. Then you turn back the covers and slip into bed. The pillow is cool beneath your head, and the blanket rests softly around your shoulders. There is nowhere else to be tonight, and nothing more waiting for your attention. The bookshop is closed, the forest is drinking in the rain, and the trolley has finished its last ride through town. You let your eyes close while the faint rhythm at the window continues. The scent of wet pine, old paper, cocoa, and clean linen lingers in your thoughts, and the warm room grows softer around you. With each slow breath, the evening moves farther away until you'll settle deeper beneath the covers and slowly doze into sleep.